I'm TakiyahLouise. Thanks for clicking through to view this video. Well, today is the very last day of 2025, and I found myself without a brand new calendar for 2026. So I'm going to head to the store today and see what I can find. Hopefully I can find the same style because I do like the big boxes that I've been using for the last 2 years, and I want to kind of continue on with that tradition. While I'm there, I'm going to look at a couple other things like what they might have in the way of journals and planners. I already have both of those things, but I'm always curious to see what else they have out. And then also, I believe they might have standing desks, and that's something that I might want to get later on, so I'm going to look at those as well. All right, let's go.
Okay, so the first thing I went to in the office store was a standing desk, and tell me why I immediately went to mashing on all these buttons when I quickly saw the loose plug on the floor. Why am I like this? I don't know. This one was a really big one at 60 inches and on sale for $450, which seems a little steep for some wrapped MDF and a motor, but I don't know. The next one is 60 inches as well, manual stand desk that raises and lowers by lever, which might not be so bad. It was on sale for $370. This last desk is 48 inches, controlled by buttons, and has a much more reasonable price of $150. But ultimately, the search continues because I want a white L-shaped standing desk. Then over in the calendar section, there's a lot of different options. I see here different stripes and a lot of florals, a lot of like muted colors, which are pretty, but not really the style that I'm going for. And not seeing the larger sizes right now that I'm looking for in terms of the calendar that I already have. More florals over here, very pretty, but again, not my style. And then when I finish looking at this section and I turn around, I do see the section of larger like wall mountable calendars that you would typically see like in an office setting. Again, not really the style that I'm going for, although it might be something that I shoot for later. And then these are all the colorful ones, and this one definitely caught my eye. The positive calendar, very colorful, lots of pretty pictures on the other side and cute sayings. And then this other one up top, Punch Today in the Face. I thought that was a little aggressive, but I had to see what it said on the back. And it says, I'm not a morning person. I'm barely a midday person. Sometimes I agree with that. And then down below, there was a girl boss one. So I had to see what that said on the back. And it did have some cute sayings on it. You are the main character. Confidence has no competition. Cute stuff like that. And then I went over to the Happy Planner section, and I used to have a Happy Planner many years ago. I used it for like 2 months and then kind of fell off of it. I was decorating it with stickers and everything, but I saw this one and it was really pretty with the colors on the front. And then I realized that they got this locked up pretty tight with the shrink wrap. They don't want you flipping through their books unless you're buying them. So I quickly closed that up and put it back on the shelf. And then I went down to the lower shelf, saw that colorful one, flipped through it for a second, and then moved on. Okay, so I'm back from the office store, and I did end up picking a calendar. It wasn't exactly the one that I had been using for the last 2 years, and I don't know if I'm going to actually like this one because the other style was 12 by 12 and this one is 7 by 7, so it's smaller, but it is more colorful, so it might grow on me. But before I show you that, I'm going to show you the planner that I have for the next year. This is actually an 18-month calendar, which ran from like July 2025 to December 2026, and I haven't used it yet. I picked it up this summer, but I haven't used it yet, and I like the style of it. It's just got these cute bows and cherries on it. Not something that I would typically choose for myself, but I thought it was cute, so I decided to pick it up. And I'm just gonna give you an overview now of what it looks like inside, and it does come with these little stickers, like these flags say remember, important, tomorrow, and then it has some more like things that have positive sayings like stay focused, you're golden, inspired, get it done, and then more like love yourself, just cute little things. And there's 2 pages of stickers, so these ones just have more flags for like important things that you might need to do, little stars, hearts, question marks, check marks for putting next to things when you get stuff done, so I like that. And each of the different months, it has like kind of like a light blush pink and like a golden undertone to it. Some of them are like a really light purple, but I like the theme and the style.
Like this one is like the light pink with the gold. And then September is more of like a marbly taupe style, which actually still fits. And then this is more marbly with more color, pink, purple, and a gold. The November had purple with flowers, which is cute. And then the theme does repeat later on in the book. And like December just has like the taupe with the gold, which is nice. And then for January, which obviously today is December 31st, so I will start using this probably tonight to plan my day tomorrow. This is what January looks like. It's just got like the pink like marble or watercolor flat style. So this is what it looks like when you first open your month. It has your goals. This month I want, and then you write out your priorities and your tasks, and then your goals for each week. I don't know if I'll fill this out at first because I do tend to roll just kind of day to day and just a couple days at a time. So I don't know if I'll be able to plan out the whole month. That's something that I would aspire to. And then the next page has like the spread for the whole month, so you can kind of look at an overview, and then it has this little saying here, make your dreams happen, which I think is cute. And then for each day, it mostly has like the larger boxes, and I like that there aren't any lines, so I'm like free to write out or sketch out or do whatever I want in the boxes. And then for the weekends, the boxes are smaller, but I'm okay with that because I typically am more loose and free with the things that I do during the weekend, so I probably wouldn't write out as much. And then so that's what it looks like for throughout the month and everything. And then at the end of the month pages, it has like your monthly bills that you can write down, and paying how much you're paying, and that you're done with it and everything. And then it just kind of goes in, repeats for the next month. And I actually picked this up at Burlington for $12.99, and I think that is an absolutely steal. It says it was comparable value of $20, but I like that it's a big planner. So I probably would even pay $20, but the fact that I got it for $13 was definitely a steal. So now I'm going to show you, let me put this right here. So now I'm going to show you the calendar that I picked up. It's this 16-month large print calendar for 2026, and this is a 7x7. And the calendar that I've been using for the last 2 years was 12x12, so it's a bit bigger. But let me see if I can open this. There we go. So it's a bit bigger, and I like that for the visual aspect of it being bigger, because it's easier to see on camera when I do like my body 360s. But we'll see how this one works out. I got it because, even though it's smaller, I got it because it is large print. And that's something that we'll see just how large it is. Okay, so it has the last 4 months of the year in there, a notes section, and then this is what January looks like. And I don't know exactly how it's going to translate on camera when I hang it on my closet, but it is nice and colorful, which I really do like about it. So we'll see. I'm going to go ahead and put it up on the closet, and then we'll see what it looks like. Okay, so I have the new calendar, and I left my old one up here just for comparison's sake. And as I look at the two together, this one, it just, even though it's nice and colorful, and let me come up and look at the screen. Yeah, you can see the nice colors and everything, but this is a 7x7 inch, and this is 12x12, so obviously much larger. And I just think I am more, since I've been using this style calendar for 2 years, I'm just more used to the format and the large numbers. I think it's much cleaner and easier to read on camera. I don't know, you tell me. Obviously, I have this one now. I spent like $9 on it, which isn't a lot, and I do think it's cute, but just for this purpose, maybe not the best. So I'm going to use it tomorrow, and in the next coming days until I can find one that is like this. The only problem was they didn't have this at the store, and when I tried to look up the calendar company, I couldn't find one for 2026, so I'm going to have to improvise and see what else I might be able to find, but use this in the meantime. And like I said, today is the very last day of 2025. It's New Year's Eve. I hope that you have a nice holiday, and I hope that we can all work towards everything that we want in the new year so we can achieve our goals and be happy in our lives. I know I have things that I have planned that I'm working towards, and I am feeling pretty positive about the way that my mind is set up and going into the new year. So let's just do everything we can to have wonderful years this next year. And that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Remember to be a good human. And until the next video, take care.